Hello, and welcome to another LCM Read experience. Today is a beautiful day. I try to be outside when I can to get some sunlight and nature, and to me, doing this is a great opportunity to sit out here and talk to you guys. But be sure to stay hydrated. Alright, so we're back for another LCM Read review. We are now on chapter 4 of 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do. Y'all, just a recap. Chapter 1 was about not wasting time feeling sorry for yourself. Chapter 2 was all about don't give away your power. And chapter 3 was all about not shying away from change, because change is good. This week is probably a really big one for me, because this is one I have been struggling with personally. And this week's topic is all about focusing on the things that you cannot control. So, something that mentally strong people don't do is focus on things that they can't control. I am a big guilty person on that one, and that's something that I have been heavily working on. Sorry, I heard a squirrel. So yeah, let's dive right in, right? Why do we want to keep things under control? So here are some things that might signal that you have this problem as well. You spend a lot of time and energy trying to prevent anything bad from happening. You invest energy into wishing other people would change. When faced with a tough situation, you think you can single-handedly fix everything. You believe the outcome of any situation is entirely based on how much effort you choose to exert. You assume that good luck has nothing to do with success. Instead, it's completely up to you to determine your future. Other people sometimes accuse you of being a control freak. You struggle to delegate tasks to other people because you don't think they'll do the job right. Again, there are several more, but those are just a few things that you may be doing that signal that you desire to control things that are not in your control. So the question is, why do we even get into that mode, right? I think a big reason of why people try to control things, I know for myself, is to keep things in order and to decrease anxiety about future events or upcoming things, or just really your environment, your circumstances. You really just want to have that control so that you know what you're dealing with, you know what you're facing. But in reality, that's not how life works. So it becomes a problem, right? Because in the end, we are wasting our energy on things that we cannot control. So let's talk about what it can lead to when we engage in this type of behavior. When you're trying to maintain control on everything, it leads to even more anxiety than you previously had, right? Also, it wastes time and energy because it's impossible to control certain things. And when you are a control freak, labeled by society, then it can damage really close relationships. Also, you become judgmental and opinionated, and you will unnecessarily blame yourself for everything, which all of these things are not serving you. So these are things that will not serve you by being a controlling person. Yeah, just had to think on that one. So we have to develop a sense of control, right? So we have to really think about what can you control, what can you not control, what is it worth your time spending energy on controlling versus not. So for example, you might host a party that you put in a lot of effort, but do you really control how the people feel at the end of it? You don't. Do you control if your boss recognizes your hard work? No, you don't. You can only put in the effort. Whatever happens after that is out of your control. You can have the most positive attitude in the world, but that doesn't mean that you can terminate your cancer. That's a reality that you just don't control. You don't control what the next person is doing. So understanding these concepts and knowing what you're capable of and what you're not capable of having control over will help you navigate this issue a lot easier. And then something else really important, that a lot of times when people are so controlling or they want this control all the time, there's usually a reason for it, and it's possible that it's a fear that you have not addressed that causes you to feel like you need to be in control. So anytime that you get stuck or you get into this mode, you need to ask yourself, what am I afraid of? Like, why do I feel the need to have this level of control? Am I afraid of people judging me? Am I afraid of not being successful or not passing a test? Or like, what are you afraid of? Once you understand that, then you can start to understand your thought process, and you can tackle that. Instead of putting your energy into trying to control things that are non-controllable, you can put your energy into that. So yeah, focus on what you can control. Okay, focus on your fears. Focus on the things that cause you lots of anxiety. Someone started cutting their grass. I apologize if you can't hear very well. I'll try to speak a little bit clearer. Influence people without trying to control them. So instead of placing expectations on people, you will be more patient with them and understand that the outcome is not up to you. So you will listen more, speak second, share your opinions and concerns, but don't overshare. Just say it once and then take it for what it is. Change your behavior in the circumstance instead of focusing so much energy on them changing their behavior. Guys, I am going to... I don't know how loud this is for you guys, but it's loud for me. Yeah. Point out the positive in people. So, you know, if someone is making genuine effort to change in their behavior, you want to reinforce that, which is also something I'm very familiar with in my practice of behavior analysis. Guys, I'm just gonna move for a sec because this sound is entirely too much. Walk with me in nature, why don't you? Let's see where we can find a good spot. Are you getting out today? Are you walking around or taking time to enjoy nature? It's highly encouraged. Ooh, maybe this will be better. Where were we? All right, so practicing acceptance, something I struggle with a lot. You know, just allowing people to be themselves. And a lot of times when I'm trying to control things, it's definitely a good intention behind it. Like, I want what's best for everyone. I definitely try to promote positive change. But sometimes I don't realize that me doing that can cause damage in relations. And sometimes it's not what's best for that person at the time. So a lot of times I might suggest things and it's just not the right time, or that's not what they needed. So that's something I have to learn. And to all my close friends and family, continue to hold me accountable, because this is something I really want to better. I realize that I instill things in people that aren't healthy, maybe anxieties or walking on eggshells and those types of things, because I have such high expectations from everyone, probably because I have high expectations of myself, and that sometimes is damaging. Just accepting things for what it is right here, right now, and letting it be is something that is important. We really have to learn how to do that, you know. And giving up your control will make you stronger because it increases your happiness, because you're not so fixated on making sure that this goes that way, this goes that way. No, like, that's not my problem. You know, let the burdens be where the burdens are supposed to be, and don't even view it as a burden. Like, it is what it is. And that will ultimately create more happiness for you. Better relationships with the ones you love, less stress because you took that off your plate, new opportunities for yourself because you are now able to focus in on yourself and develop things within yourself instead of putting all your energy on other things. And you know, your confidence will grow within you because you're constantly, you know, exploring other things, and just more success overall. So here's some things that are helpful. Delegating tasks and responsibilities to other people. Yes, they may not be you. They may not be able to deliver it like you can, but they have their own strengths and weaknesses, and that's something that should be considered. And that's something that, you know, you have to accept. Again, acceptance as a person for them to be able to handle. Ask for help when you need it. Focus on solving problems that are within your control. But remember, you have to identify what can you control and what can you not control. Keeping the emphasis on influencing others rather than controlling them. Okay? You're not here to control anyone else. You can just suggest things and then it's their choice. And that's okay. Thinking balanced thoughts about what is within your control and what isn't. We talked about that. And not relying on yourself for the entire outcome. I do that a lot. I need to remember that it's not always up to me to get the job done. It's not. We have so many other amazing human beings out there that have amazing skill sets. I'm sorry, y'all, my hair is a mess today. That can help others. So this is what's not going to help you. Insisting on doing everything because no one else can do it right. I'm known for that, in my house especially. But then the whole doing it right is very subjective. And again, it goes back to accepting other methods, other ways of getting things done. Choosing to do everything on your own because you think you should be able to accomplish things without help. Is that something you struggle with? You just feel like you should be able to handle it all? No, we are here to help each other. Spending time trying to figure out how to change things that are likely beyond your direct control. All that energy and time and thoughts you're putting into it, it's a waste of time. I've spent so much time doing that. It's just a waste of time. Trying to force other people to do what you think they should do, regardless of how they feel. Now that's a selfish move. Again, I'm kind of guilty. It took a lot of maturity for me to even acknowledge it the way I am right now. And that's something that I'm definitely working on, because I might have an opinion on how something should be done, but again, that doesn't mean it's the only right way to do it. Only thinking about what you can do to make things turn out the way you want. Taking full responsibility for the end result without acknowledging other factors that influence the outcome. These are some interesting things here. I'm telling you, this chapter resonates hard with me. I needed this review today myself. I really encourage you to get the book and read the details, because I'm just kind of giving you an overview. But there are a lot of examples and things that can help you really hone in on whatever it is that you need to develop your mental mind. We've been talking about a lot of different topics, and I would love to hear from you guys on how you feel. Like, have you worked on your self-awareness since these videos came out? Like, are you thinking about things differently? Is this even helpful? Like, I would love to have feedback, guys. Thank you to those that have been really supportive. I know I'm not like the best YouTuber, but This is me, my authentic self. I try to be. I don't try to put on any, I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but you know what I mean. The noises, I apologize. I'm not good at editing videos. That's not my forte. One day I'll have someone doing that for me, but I'm just not there yet. I really hope you guys are enjoying our LCM Read series. Yeah, just give me feedback. Let me know what would be beneficial for you guys. If there's a book that you might want me to do in the near future, like, give me suggestions. Yeah, it is hump day, and I hope you guys have a good week. I'm proud of myself because I've been actually doing this every week, which is, again, I put a lot of pressure on myself, but I was trying to tell myself not to put that much pressure on myself. Does that make sense? Yeah, clearly this book is all for me. But yes, thank you guys for being a part of my journey. Subscribe, share, do what you gotta do. Deuces.